What's up, Premier Planet? Justin Barlow back with you here inside the Premier Studio in Woodstock, Illinois, where we just wrapped up PPW 64. What a crazy night of action we had tonight. We start off with 3 random fandom challenges. The first 2 names drawn, what are the odds? Inestra and Scott Colton. These 2 were scheduled to team later on, but first they had to face each other in the random fandom. It was incredible to watch these guys bring their magic into the ring. Scott Colton was able to take advantage of a split-second opening, and he picked up the W over Inestra, but a lot of respect between the 2 as they shook hands and went to the back to prepare for their tag match. After that, we saw the Science Marcus Smith take on Chase Gosling it was. Chase Gosling, he's had a lot to prove lately. He's had egg on his face a couple of times in recent weeks here at PPW. He was looking for a big win so that he could basically just nurse that overinflated ego that he's developed over the months here. But the Science Marcus Smith, amazingly, he had the Premier Planet behind him. As much as they don't like Marcus Smith, they must really not like Chase Gosling, because they were cheering for the Science. And he must have used that to motivate himself, because he was able to roll up Chase Gosling for the 1, 2, 3. Chase Gosling is left in the middle of the ring seething, egg on his face. He was not happy about losing to a guy who he really just does not consider competition at all. And our final random fandom of the evening, the last 2 names drawn, Matt Vine and Michael Mack. The 290-pounder from Janesville, Wisconsin, is down 2-0 in losses to Matt Vine going into this match. And finally, he is able to pull the win out of his hat, roll up Matt Vine, and Matt Vine, just like his tag team partner and BFF and his hugging friend Chase Gosling, is left in the middle of the ring, red in the face. And he had to go on the back and now get ready for our next match, which was our tag team grudge match. Matt Vine and Chase Gosling taking on the team of Inestra and Scott Colton, who again faced each other in random fandom action in the opening contest tonight. Divide and conquer seemed to be the strategy from Chase and Matt, who, according to the members of the Premier Planet, they've apparently dubbed them Ego Incorporated. It's not an official name, but a lot of us, and personally me, I think it fits. These guys were able to distract the referee at almost every single turn, and they laid a beating, a fierce beating on Inestra. Poor Scott Colton tries to get into the ring to help his tag team partner on numerous occasions, but the referee's right there to push him out, telling him, you didn't get tagged, you can't come in here. Meanwhile, Gosling and Vine are laying a smackdown on poor Inestra. Inestra finally is able to tag in a fresh Scott Colton, who just uses that agility that he has become so famous for here around Premier Pro Wrestling. And he and Inestra were able to use that combined energy that they both bring to get the win over Matt Vine and Chase Gosling, who again had both already lost in the Random Fandom Challenge earlier in the evening. It was not a good night for Ego Incorporated. Following that, we had the rematch, Super Heavyweight Showdown, Wildebeest and the veteran, the incredible Atlas J. Horn. These guys had a 10-minute time limit, special time limit, and these guys, 1, 3, 2, 1, buzzer. They were not able, neither one was able to pick up the win in that match. Atlas J. Horn seething at this because he was rolled up by Wildebeest at PPW 63, and he wanted to prove that it was a fluke. He was not about to be outdone by a rookie. He was not pleased that the time limit expired. He took that mask of his, that hockey mask that has the spikes on it, and it looks like it's even made of metal, and nails Wildebeest square between the eyes with it. So Atlas J. Horn stomps to the back. Meanwhile, Will is just laying in the ring with his bell completely rung. And these 2 are going to square off again because we need a winner in this rivalry. So these 2 are going to square off again Saturday night, November the 14th. Mark that down. Saturday night, November the 14th. And then in our main event, hotly anticipated triple threat match, Outlaw J. Cross, Max Cruz, and the champ Malad Akbar. Early on, Max Cruz and Jay Cross, they decided to tag team the champ because they know, like him, love him, or hate him, Malad is fierce competition. There's a reason he's had that belt for so long. Not only is he crafty, but he can bring it in the ring. But then the competition really set in. Max Cruz and Jay Cross remembering that there could only be one winner, and that's when the one-on-one really started. These guys were throwing themselves in and out of the ring. At one point, they even knocked over the guardrail here at ringside, and it was unbelievably. Malad Akbar goes for a sunset flip over the top rope, rolls up both competitors, and saves his title once again. Just a stunned look on the face of Max Cruz and Jay Cross. And that's it for PPW 64, but I want to invite all of you in the Premier Planet to join us here in 2 weeks' time. That's right, Halloween. We are going to have our All Hallows Slam, and on that night, the veterans have the night off. You're going to see the hottest talent from the Premier Academy facing off in the ring that night, and we could not be more excited about this. The Random Fandom Challenge, one name has been added to the draw, and that name is Malad Akbar. That's right, the PPW World Heavyweight Champion is going to be a part of our Random Fandom Challenge that night, and we will also feature, now that both Outlaw Jay Cross and Max Cruz were not successful in their attempts in taking that title away from him, we are going to have a special All Hallows Eve Battle Royal to crown a new #1 contender. So again, Halloween night, we're going to start at 6 p.m., not 7 p.m. Special start time because we know you kiddies want to get out there and work those neighborhoods and go trick-or-treating, and you've got your Halloween parties, your bonfires, so we don't want to hold you away from that. So again, 6 p.m. we start off on Halloween, and then 2 weeks after that, Saturday night, November the 14th, back to normal. We start at 7 p.m. You are not going to want to miss these upcoming tapings. Bring your family, bring your friends. We will see you there.